expanding gender, and to also cripple the economic progress of the people, because Plateau people are largely agrarian.
The three of my camp members went outside to find food for their members in the camp. When they would go, Fliers killed three of them.
Yeah, they have been doing this thing for a very long time. All our farms, they clear all. They cut our yams, eat our guinea corn, our corns, and everything.
2015. The federal government, led by the Minister of Interior Abdulrahman Dambazo, met with the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria in Kebbi State, offering them the sum of 100 billion naira over 2 years to stop the kidnapping in the country. The meeting lasted over 4 hours on Friday as negotiations dragged on, with the association initially asking for 160 billion naira. The minister said that the strategy was part of the steps needed to tackle insecurity in the country as prescribed by the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. The herdsman crisis has risen since 2015 after Muhammadu Buhari became president. Their rampage has spread not only in the north but also throughout the southern zones of the country. The killings by the herdsmen has led them to be tagged the fourth most dangerous and deadly terrorist group in the world by the World Terror Index. The acting Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Adamu, who was also at the meeting in Kebbi State, added that over 1,000 people have been killed and many more kidnapped in Kaduna. However, he said that this intervention was necessary to bring the criminals to book. The Kebbi State Governor, Atiku Bagudu, said hosting the meeting in his state shows the seriousness of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration in tackling the security challenges in the country. Responding, the president of the association, Alhaji Muhammad Kirua, said the meeting would serve as a foundation for peace between the Fulani headsmen and farmers and among Fulanis themselves.
That is what Nnan can say, and that's not for it. Nnan can say any day he shifts from this particular position, we should fight against him. We're not going to fight against him. We'll address him and advise him. So we are saying today, we stand by the truth. All those people that are fighting against Biafra, why they are in IPOB, whether you're under security, whether you're in IPOB, whether you're under the elders, whichever way you are, to go to Gadiama. Burunya patwa na na to go to Gadiama. Idu kubonya na na to go to Gadiama. Uditekera hapa tibukwayo. Ana bia tibukwayo. Kuli bia tibukwayo. Abara bomba tibukwayo.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
Welcome, 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 fellow BIAFRANS. Thank you so much for joining us on this program, Lovers of Freedom across the world, wherever you are connecting from. We appreciate you, more especially people that are joining us from Biafra land. We say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every one of you. We have come once again as we have agreed to always come jointly to talk to Biafran people and celebrate Biafrans, also to encourage Biafrans each time we come online. Our major reason of coming online on a daily basis, even on our various platforms, is to encourage Biafrans. We are not here to instigate violence. We are not here to begin to preach propaganda or blackmail. What we are here for is to encourage Biafrans and to set the record straight, to speak against every propaganda against the Biafrans, every propaganda against our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa and against our President Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Whatever the enemy is putting out there as lies against us, we come here to debunk them and make sure that we set the record straight. We come here to put the world the way it's supposed to be. We don't come here to try to be politically correct. We say it exactly the way it is. You cannot get it any other place except here. This is a platform that is being created and supporting the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. This is the media of Biafra Republic Government in Exile. Anybody you see here, we are standing firm and working for the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. And today, as you all know, is a day that we have all chosen to be together, a day that we have all chosen to make our world heard by the whole world, to tell the whole world where we stand, to tell the whole world that we are not in support of what is happening in the construction of Nigeria, more especially in the detention of our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who have been incarcerated illegally. We come here in this day, Monday, to set the record straight and let the world know that we are not part of the incarceration of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are not in support of it, neither do we support the zoo anymore. And we make our voice heard to the whole world that we are no longer interested in being part of the Zoological Republic. This is a decision that the Biafran people have taken. It is not just a decision by our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. It is not a decision by the media. It is a decision made by all Biafrans together. We all agreed on this. 70 million Biafrans came together and agreed on this. It doesn't matter what anybody says. It stands. That is why today in Biafra land, everybody in Biafra land today, they are sitting at home as we have all agreed. Nobody is being forced. Against all odds, against all the propaganda, all the blackmail that we've been hearing and seeing right, left, and center. Today, we are also observing it at home in Biafra land. A day that the Biafrans have chosen. And nobody can stop it, just as we have said. That you, as a Biafran that is watching us, the only time you can begin to consider the end of the sit at home is when you hear that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out. That is the only condition that has been stated out by our Prime Minister. That is the agreement that the Biafrans have reached, which have communicated by our Prime Minister that the only time you can see the end of sit at home is when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is freed. As long as he's not freed, sit at home remains. And when they ask you, will sit at home free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, tell them yes. When they ask you, will sit at home give us freedom, tell them yes. As they stand today, the only thing today that is putting the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on top of the news, the only thing that is making the voice of the Biafran people heard today is to sit at home. And when they bring such argument and ask you, will sit at home give you your freedom? Ask them, what do they have on the table? What else can they offer? As they stand today, even the blind, the deaf, knows the work of the sit at home. It has been very, very effective. That is why you see them unleashing all manner of propaganda, lies, including going to the extent of printing a card, printing a flyer they never printed when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was denied freedom. Every one of you saw how they were holding placard when they were what they call when the Chibok girls were being arrested kidnapped by the terrorists. Chibok girls were kidnapped and everybody was holding placard. But in this case, a man has been incarcerated for more than 2 years. The court say let him go, and yet his own brothers, people who are supposed to be representing him, they are not raising any placard, but instead they are making placard to stop his freedom. That is how wicked the heart of man is, but they cannot stop us. I appreciate every Biafran today that is on their own way, holding the seat at home against all odds, against all the attack. We are still standing strong and making sure that the agreement where we all reached to take Monday to demand for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continues, and we will never stop until we get to the destination. So before we proceed and dig deep into the discussion of today, which you have seen, the unsolvable mathematics that have been said by the Biafra Republic Government in Israel and our Prime Minister, which is sit at home. We are going to discuss about it today in full. And you, Biafran that are watching, prepare your questions, prepare your contributions. We are going to give you enough time to play your own role. It is a day that we all have chosen, and every one of us have to participate in this very discussion. Before I go on, I have to allow my fellow comrade on stage to introduce themselves and make their opening speech. Then we can go straight into the business of the day. First of all, I call my beloved brother 247. Please kindly introduce yourself, 247. Speak to BIAFRANS.
BIAFRANS, thank you so much for coming. I greet all of you with love. I love you all. Thank you for giving us your time, coming to listen to us this evening. We love and appreciate you all. And I greet all the honorable ministers in the house this evening. I greet you all with one love as well. And I greet our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. That mathematics where they know face of the end of the enemies of freedom. Mazi Chicks, thank you. We move.
You're welcome, my beloved brother. Thank you so much. Now I welcome the man in the house that we all know that has the voice of the lion. Van Van Van, please kindly introduce yourself to Biafran people.
Thank you, comrade. Thank you, my brothers in Biafra. My own senior brother is in the house. Dede Mugo. I call him Dede Mugo. Thank you so much for hosting, for bringing us together. And we are being hosted by our beloved brother, True Survivor, and our Minister of Information is in the house, Akbarawa Soni. And Biafrans are seeing another precious daughter of Biafra land, and Biafra, who is here with us. I acknowledge the presence of my comrades, and we acknowledge you, Biafrans, all over the world watching the media team of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. I remain your humble servant and beloved brother, Raphael Chamaka Jere, the one you know as Pastor Vam Vam Vam. We are here to appreciate Biafrans for what they have been doing, making Biafra proud, making Mazi Nnamdi Kanu proud. Once again, we are here to appreciate you all. So many things in our mouth to say, like the scripture says that our mouth is like the pen of a ready writer. Sit back, relax, hit the share button, invite your neighbors, tell them that the media team, we are here once again. Thank you. We'll move.
You're welcome, my beloved brother. Thank you so much for that very quick and short introduction. Our minister, the Minister of Communication and Information, Mazi Akbarawa, if you're in the house, please kindly speak to Biafrans as we get into the business of the day.
I just entered.
Is the minister there?
Salute all of you. Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Am I coming out? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, loud and
Thank
clear.
you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to all Biafrans. Thank you, lovers of freedom. Thank you, our leader who is in detention. Thank you, our PM who is standing tall to make sure the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is upheld to the letter. Thank you, all Biafrans. Thank you, the military wing. Thank you, ESN. Thank you, Liberation Army. Thank you, Biafrans, for sitting at home and for making the whole world to understand that it is only Biafra that speaks and not the instinct of man and not what Fulani plans for us. Thank you for making them to know that freedom is taken with determination, courage, and focus, and not with drama and showy display of things that Fulani errand boys have in Biafra land are doing every day by sharing flyers and singing and doing all sorts of things. Thank you, Biafran people, because today's one has been a very historic one. I thank you, 247 there in the studio. I thank you, Bam Bam Bam. I thank you, True Survivor. I thank you, Ada Biafra, and many others that will be joining, and all our viewers. We don't come again today and another day. We salute all of them, and they will from here.
Thank you so much, my minister. I appreciate you. You're highly welcome. Now we have to welcome our beloved sister to make his introduction, Ada Biafra. Please, to speak to Biafran people, we are really complete. When you see the men and women in the house, you will know that we have all it takes to do our job. Ada Biafra, please take the mic.
Hello, fellow BIAFRANS. Good evening, everyone. Special thanks to the host, Mr. Chooks. I thank all the media comrades for welcoming me and giving me the chance to speak to our people. I thank our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and I cover him with the blood of Jesus wherever he is. I thank Mr. Simon for stepping into our leader's shoes. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, every Biafran that have seated at home today. It is evidence of your intention to leave Nigeria. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and Biafrans welcome you in our midst. We appreciate you, and we are very glad to have you in our midst. And Biafrans, now we have to get into the business of the day. And if you look at our topic that we chose, we said the unsolvable mathematics that have been set by the Biafra Republic government in exile through our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. When you look at what is happening today, what do you see? Is there still any doubt that Biafrans are ready to go? Are you still part of those who is saying that we are not united? Are you still part of those? And before we dig deep and get into the business of the day, we want to drive our topic from the very video that our Prime Minister made today to respond to those who have decided to sell their soul to the devil. As you all know, our Prime Minister announced that we are going to face off all the internal conflict. For a very long time, our Prime Minister have tried as much as possible to walk away from the internal conflict, to make sure the collateral damage is reduced to number 0. But the more we try to get away from it, the more they push themselves forward. And he has announced that we're going to face every internal enemy and put them where they belong. And finally today, our Prime Minister responded to one of the clowns, one of those who the Zoological Republic is using against his own people. One of those, the Cain itself, whom Chukwu Okabia have asked, where is your brother? The Cain that is spilling the blood of the innocent. The brother of the innocent have continued to cry against this man, and yet he is not stopping. Olive branches have been extended to him several times. Open door has been there for him, but he has chosen the path of destruction. And our Prime Minister has responded. Let us hear from that video the response of our Prime Minister before we dig deep into the discussion of the day. Please play the video, my brother.
As how can non-state actors give sit at home order and it will be obeyed? People are scared. People are afraid because of what they have seen in the past. So, and nobody wants to die, neither me nor anybody.
Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. This is Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in exile. On this day, 21st day of August 2023, I want to respond to Hope Uzodimma. You see, when you continue to deceive yourself and live in denial, this is the result. I want to make it very clear to Hope Uzodimma and people like him that when you continue to say non-state actors, I do not understand what you mean by that. We are not non-state actors. It is time you come to term that Biafra Republic Government in exile is a legitimate government of the Biafra people, and Biafra people are loyal to the government. So don't say we are non-state actors. We are Biafra state actors. And I want to tell you today that people are sitting at home not because they are scared, because they are fed up of you, they are tired of you, they have no trust in you, they have made you an illegitimate governor, and the Nigeria government in Biafra land has become illegitimate government. The only legitimate government is Biafra, Biafra Republic Government in exile. So I want to make it very clear to you people today that one, Biafrans are not scared. That's why they are sitting at home, because they are tired and sick of Nigeria. Two, Biafra people know that the Biafra government is the only government that fight for their future. You don't fight for their future in Nigeria. Rather, you bring the military to kill them. So how do you think they are going to listen to you when all you do is to kill them? You have lost everything. You've lost the territorial integrity to Biafra, and you must accept that. And you also have said that you either don't want to die. Why would you kill yourself? If you die in the process of sitting at home, it means that you kill yourself. It is called suicide. You organize your own killers. And I know he's not going to do that. That's why some of you are still alive. So I'm telling you today that stop saying we are non-state actors. You have to come to understand that Biafra has a government, both in the homeland and in diaspora, which is the exile government. So we have de facto government of Biafra and Biafra government in exile. And we are in charge until Biafra is declared, and all of you will be alive to see it. Thank you.
Thank you, my Prime Minister. We appreciate that very word. It's a very straight word, but I would like my fellow comrade on stage, as our Prime Minister have taken the lead, it is our duty to expand that discussion and make those who don't understand him to understand. As we are here, if you don't understand it in a harsh voice, you are going to get somebody who's going to speak with you in a very harsh voice. If you want to get a low voice, you will understand from the person who's going to speak to you in a low voice. If you want to understand in Igbo, there is somebody also who's going to speak in Igbo. We are taking it gradual that everybody will understand, because this very platform you are seeing, this is the media speaking the voice of the Biafra Republic government in exile, and the world is watching. The world is watching. Their deception is no longer working. Every one of us was aware when their false deception was a kind of putting propaganda, telling us going to force some people to go and enforce sit at home. That one is no longer working. Enforcing sit at home. When did you see it last? When did you see the video last? It's no longer working. Today, what is working for them is their propaganda. But we are here to decimate them and put them where they belong. So I will allow my beloved brother Ugo 247. Please, can you, from what our Prime Minister have explained, break it down more for people who don't understand that the only government that the Biafran people know today is Biafra Republic government in exile. The only command today is the command coming from Biafra Republic government in exile through our Prime Minister, Mazita Manepa. Please make that word clear to the world. Let them hear us and hear us clear.
Thank you, Mazi Shiks. You see, our people know they understand. Because if they understand, by now we for know they hear the talk again. Because everybody for know what is supposed to do. Our Prime Minister has made it clear. We voted these people out. These whole both of them away, they look so. Now me and you, we gather, we vote them out, make it come out. We don't need them again. Now they are afraid. He himself will be hope. They again for Imo State. How you go there for Abuja, be governor of Imo State? They go your state where you be governor. In they say non-state actor. No, now you be state actor. Why you no go the act for your state? This whole of them now be the number one person where begin they bring people in to kill Biafrans in Imo State. Now be number one. Now start up. Now kill Ikoso. He don't come out to say he want peace in Imo State. They tell him if you want peace, come on those unknown gunmen where you keep for Imo State so that peace go there. You don't agree to him. If you not remember very well, far back, I think 2 years or 1 year ago, Rocha Okrocha come out to tell him say Naim be the person where know those unknown gunmen. In the plan, in they use them do political assassination. He say they fear. He's scared of his life. You never fear. When you go and remove other people's life, you cut them short. And you go and hide your family inside a cave. You think, listen, death don't need entrance. Death is everywhere. If you like, even inside the grave, go there, go hide. The death will come there, come meet you. Biafrans, one thing we must understand is that Biafrans are sitting at home, just like our Prime Minister said. because they don't tire for say. Do you know that in the north, Boko Haram wey don't repent, they receive salary? You don't know. You don't know. Boko Haram terrorists, after he say he don't repent, they build house give am, carry electric give am, hospital give am, everything, water dey, house free. Every month, if he get 5 pikin, they go pay him, pay his children, pay him wife. No one is less than 30,000 naira monthly. And as they no pay them for only 1 month, they go the riot. When we call you to sit at home, you say no. I want you to remember very well, the reason why you have that petty trader, petty shop you are a trader in, is because Mazen Nandekalo established ESN. That is why we still have a land called Biafra. If not for ESN by today, you would have been scattered all over inside the one swampy area in the name of IDP camp, just like you see in Benue and in the Middle Belt today. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. Thank you for that very contribution. And I have to come to our beloved brother, Vam, to take up the mic. You take your 3 minutes, and I want you to explain to BIAFRANS more for them to understand. Talk to Hope Uzodinma and his like, those of them that are denying the fact that Biafran people have made their choice. Speak to them in a language that they will understand, that Biafrans are heading home, and they know whom to follow. The Biafrans, they know their shepherd. You don't need to force them. You don't need to cajole them. There's nothing you do. They know their shepherd. It's only the word. Some call it charm. It is not charm. I want you to make it straight to them and the whole world is listening, that Biafrans have made their choice. Please go ahead in support of our Prime Minister and what he has just said.
Thank you very much. Hope if my voice coming out, it was hanging a little bit. I hope my internet is good. Thank you very much. You know, Hope Uzodinma is so pathetic. You know, just when you see somebody that have been beaten blue-black, somebody who have been threatening you since, I will kill you, I will do you this, we have the state power and all that. And at the end of the day, that person you've been threatening, now left, right, and center, you know, non-state actors. Non-state actors you call us, but you are afraid of non-state actors. You that is the state actor, you claim, but you are afraid of. So who is now the state actor? Doesn't it show you that you are the non-state? Hope Uzodinma is the non-state actor. We, the Biafran people, we are the state actors. Because if you claim to be the state actor and you are afraid of us, so it shows that we are more powerful than you. Because the non-state actor normally is not supposed to be more powerful than the state actors. So the line has been drawn. The state have taken over. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu said it categorically. We are going to form a government. You know, he said it, and when the government was ready, the government has been formed. And now the government have taken over. And for a government to be very, very active, it must have a leader, which is now we have a prime minister who discharges the duty of the leader of the Biafran people. He speaks and the Biafrans are listening. You know why? Because the supreme leader have told him, take charge. It is a spiritual connection, and the connection is well understood by the indigenous people. Do you understand? Hope Uzodinma, come close, let us talk to you. The indigenous people of Biafra, they heard the voice of their leader that said, Mazi Simon Ekpa should take charge. While I have been incarcerated by these evil non-state actors. It is the non-state actors that came and kidnapped. Now, the state have taken over. And because the state took over, we are discharging duties. And the indigenous people are listening. And they are acting accordingly. And now, you have run away from the state. You are now in the territory of our enemies, speaking and trying to tell us that we are non-state actors. Like, seriously?
We are telling Biafrans what to do, and they are doing it. They are responding, they are obeying, and the whole land is the way to Biafra have made it to be. While there are deaths and killings and no complete darkness in Egypt, right there in Goshen, where the state is in charge, there is tranquility. We are taking charge. Fulani herdsmen are running away. The Boko Haram fighters, they come and they carry them away in body bags. We are in charge. We are the state actors. So the best thing you can do for yourself is begin to beg us and tell us, look, these things we have taken from you, take your leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Take him. And then we will not tell you what we will do to you. We give you the penance you will do. Because you have overstepped your boundary so much. You allowed infidels to desecrate our land, and now we chase them out. We are taking over the land, and the territory now belongs to us. We are now deciding what happens in our land, and you dare open your gutter to call us non-state? My host, I hand the mic over to you. I will still speak.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. Thank you so much. Even the deaf can hear you clearly and understand. Those who are deaf and they fail to understand, they must have heard you and they understand. Now we are going to hand the mic to our beloved sister Ada Biafra. For those of them who maybe they are scared with our voice, the main voice. Some of them who are scared, maybe because of our voice, they don't want to pay attention. We are going to give you a soft voice so that you won't have any excuse to give. And want our sister to speak to those, more especially these people who do not have the consent of the people to rule. Someone like Hope Uzodinma, whom we know is a Supreme Court governor, someone that we know that never contested election, and they forced him in. In the normal sense of it, the election has to be conducted, and people will vote you in and choose you. We know that Hope Uzodinma was never ever chosen. So are all of them. So many of them were not chosen. They always impose people in Biafra land. And finally, Biafrans have taken their own case into their hand. And we have, first of all, cast a vote of no confidence on these people, and yet they're not getting it. And today, they are still parading themselves with the blackmail and rumors and propaganda everywhere, trying to claim to be in charge, even when it is obvious to the whole world that the people that are in charge today is the Biafra Republic government in Israel, which we are representing here today. Whatever our prime minister said stands. There is no two command, only one command in Biafra land. And when we are talking about state, we are talking about state of Biafra. How can you say the government of Biafra is a non-state actor? Only a madman will say that, and only a mad person will believe that. So maybe because of our harsh voice as men, they don't understand us better. I would like our sister to come in and speak to them in a soft voice. Maybe they will get it better. Go on, my beloved sister, Ada Biafra.
Thank you very much, my host. My Biafran people, I thank you all, especially for the fact that you all adhere to the sit-at-home command from Simon. I want to remind all of you today of one thing. There's this proverb in Igbo land that says that Nkita enwere ife abịa, onwere mma mmọnwụ. You all know that Hope Uzodinma was never elected by Imo people. He was just put there to do exactly what he is doing now. That is backbiting our interest. And he has never stopped. Calling Simon or the government of Biafra in exile non-state actors, you Biafrans, especially the Imo people that he is their governor, should ask him, why is he a proxy governor now? The proxy means he is ruling you people from a far distance, Abuja. For instance, somebody like Governor, the Anambra State Governor, Soludo, he lives in Anambra State Government House, but Hope lives in Abuja. Why? Because he knew that he has polluted the land. He brought the military people first in Igbo land. What our people, desecrating our land, killing our people. He never stopped till today. And he's calling the sit at home and those who are telling you people to sit at home non-state actors. He is a state actor. Where is he? In another state. Acting for who? He is not acting on your behalf. Anyway, my dear friends, I'm very happy that you people are displaying what is in your mind by sitting at home every Monday. I urge you people to continue. One day God will hear your cries. Thank you, my host, Mr. Chooks.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. They have heard you and heard you very clear. And I believe that those of them who are deaf and those of them who feel that we're being too harsh, they have gotten their choice. And if they continue to trade on that path that they are trending, we have no choice than to put them away. Our Prime Minister have said it, that we are going to face every internal conflict because we cannot continue to mark time and pretend it's not there. It's there. And these people will never stop. Every Biafran, wherever you are, you have to have it at the back of your heart that they will never stop. They will continue to create this distraction. Don't ever think that it's going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Our Supreme Leader Mazen Nande can never promise us an easy ride. He has always warned that it's going to be tough. It is going to be tough. It is going to be tough. And our Prime Minister today, Mazen Simon Ekpa, have always warned us and told us we must prepare ourselves. We must tighten up our belt. So there is no excuse you have to give. Every one of us have to get prepared for what is coming. The more we draw closer to Biafra, the more it gets tough. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. The sacrifice we are making today, does it worth it? Of course it worth it. After we have fought this battle, so many of us will not be around, but I tell you that we'll be glad we did. Whatever happens, whether we are around or not, our generation to come will remember us on what we are doing today. Every single statement we are making here is going to stand for us, including you that is watching on the comment section. Every comment you make as you share this video, it is going to stand for you as an evidence. In time to come, your children will be proud that look at what you did. It's not all of us that will be online to put our face. Some of us have different roles to play. On your own little way, there is something you can do. Every one of us have something to do. You can't tell me there's nothing you can do. There are some people who are blessed financially, who are supporting the struggle financially. You can't put your face on the line. We're not forcing you to come online. It is not every one of us that will come online and begin to broadcast. There are some who doesn't have that talent of broadcasting. But some are very good in sharing the videos, making comments, encouraging us in the comment section. Every single contribution you make in this very struggle will stand for you in time to come. There are some who are blessed with prayer. They can pray very well. They stay on their own and they pray. There are some who are even doing evangelism on the ground, evangelizing. There are some people who have made it a point of duty that every sit at home, they will be at home. All those are contributions you are making to see Biafra be a reality. And we will never stop. Today, I'm proud of every Biafran. I can tell you, if you are a Biafran, you have to be proud of yourself. There's one lie they push out there all the time, which I never buy into and I never believe in it. They tell you that we are not united. You cannot say because of 1% who are trying to protect their own selfish interests and you tell that Biafran are not united. We are united in our demand for freedom. Very much united. And when you look at what is happening in Biafra land, against all odds, with all the propaganda, all the blackmail, up to the extent of printing flyers. Printing flyers that you did not print. And I want us to look into that. My brother Ugo, what can you say? Do you see these people? You saw when there was what they call this bring back our girls. This is something that had to do with Nigeria. You see people, even international companies were raising placards. Why is it that this time around, these people were not able to make placards? The people who claim to, these people who said they are state actors. After all, even if I thought you were being elected to protect your people. And Mazen Nandekano is one of your illustrious sons that you must protect with everything. He is not a criminal. He was not convicted. He was given freedom. He was denied freedom. And yet, you could not raise a placard to say, free Mazen Nandekano, a prison of conscience. But you were able to go and begin to print placard to stop something that is affecting his freedom, to stop something that will activate his freedom. What do you have to say about that, my beloved brother
247.
My brother, you see, these people are like monkeys. I kept saying it. Monkey is very wise, intelligent. Monkey can control any other everything, but the only thing monkey cannot do, that tiny rope or cord around its waist, monkey can never know how to remove it to be a free monkey. I want to show us one thing. There's a picture here. Okay, you see here. When you look at this picture now, you will see a man inside a prison or hell. And behold, you see him looking for bread. That PVC, if you look very well, you will see bread. And you see where the freedom is, you see key. Our people are bent, dying for what they don't even know. They can't even recognize. Even if you give it to them and announce to them, this is what you have been looking for, they will tell you, get out. This is not what I'm looking for. Now, this man inside here have the opportunity to be free. He have the key. Just take the key. You don't need to stretch. You don't need extra stick to bring the key closer. Only stretch your hand, take the key. Open that prison and you'll be free forever. And he said no. He wanted bread he will eat. Just a piece of bread he will eat for that time and remain in that prison forever, for all his life. Though that man you see there represent a lawyer, represent Nneamodo, represent Okwadike, represent all the politicians you can see, represent those useless boys in that call themselves media warriors in IPOB, represent all those lawyers that have spent their hard-earned money. Anyway, it's not even their money. You see, when we are saying the printed card, it's not their money. It's the ZOE, Nigeria money. Nigeria has given them money to do this. Do publicity. Nigeria sponsored every dime you see them spend. And Nigeria, they sponsor them. And like you see that man is never going to come out of that prison. He is going to die inside there. And let me tell you, you see all these Efulefu, they are going to die in exile. Those of them that have run away into African countries, America, Europe, they are going to die there because they are not ready to come back. They are not only fighting for Nigeria, they are fighting to save their head from the evil they have carried out against the Mazen and the Kano. That is why you can see them working tirelessly. Today, they are no longer fighting for Biafra. They are no longer fighting for the freedom of Mazen and the Kano. Their problem is shooks, as you sit down here now. They are looking for a way to remove you. Vam is their problem. Me, I am their problem. Our Biafra is everybody that is asking for freedom, for Biafra to come is their problem. Anybody demanding for the unconditional release of Mazen Nakala is their problem. Have you seen them fight against one Nigeria before? Have you seen them fight against the illegal detention of Mazen Nakala? No. Rather, they are fighting Simon Egba. They are fighting freedom. They are fighting against freedom. They are fighting against the referendum convention. They are fighting against the sit at home. May God have mercy on these people. The only thing I will tell you is that they will die in their ignorance. And me, I don't pity them. As for Biafra, like Mazen Nakala said, he is tired of calling these people all along. And I want you to remember me, I know they're there. Most of us are not there. We are not there. When Mazen Nakala was crying for 100 men, we were not there. They were all there, surrounding him. nwa Chineke onye ọ ga-adịrị mma ebube dike. You are our savior, you are our hero. Today, where are they? But God being so kind, like you heard that Yoruba brother, what is his name? Mayeku said, they don't even know that there is Joshua somewhere waiting. You think if you remove Mazen and everything is removed. And our Prime Minister said, he will make you going to Kenya, planning all your plans, gathering from England, you call it, you treat Mazen Nandigalo, rounded upon him and brought him to Kenya. And he went to Kenya and kidnapped him. He said he will make it useless for you. And it has become useless. He said again, he will make the cost of you keeping Mazen Nandikalo worst, that you will be crying. You will not get shishi. You know, go get inside. Now, loss, you go there too. All of Fona, both the ones who work collect put for pocket and the ones who work collect put for mouth. All of Fona, no go die better. Thank you, Mazen.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you for that very submission. And now I come on the table of our Vam, the best pastor we have ever seen in Biafra land. Today, please, my beloved brother, I want you to help us to answer a question. You see, one of the important reasons why we are here is because of our fellow Biafrans, the legitimate Biafrans. Those are the people I am very much concerned about. And those are the people we are here for. We are not here for the criminals. We are not here for them. We are here to make sure those weaklings among us, there are some of us who are genuinely Biafran, but they are weak and confused. And one of the questions they are asking is, are we on the right path? What we are doing today, is it the right thing to do? Are we on the right path? These are the weak ones among us. They are the people that are dear to her. These are the people that Mazen Nandekano told us that we must make sure that everybody's carried along. They are asking this question in their secret places. Some of them don't have the access to internet to come here. Some of us cannot be able to call in. Even when they call in, they don't have the opportunity. But I know some of them have been able to get these questions from them. And they say, how are we sure we're on the right path? Are we truly on the right path? What we are doing today, is it worth it? The sacrifice, the pains we are going through, is it the right thing to do? I want you to please speak to BIAFRANS and straighten this question so that they can get it straight. Thank you, my beloved brother. Go on.
Thank you. Sorry, I didn't even know how I didn't meet myself. Thank you so much. Umu Chineke, lovers of freedom. You know, Emma, if I name and we'll go easy. Something will never get head. Now you go to look for head, make you add join now. The thing would they do, he get head. You they see koro. Would they play, they show. So you shouldn't be asking that question. Do you understand? Do you not look at our Prime Minister? Look at Biafra Republic government in exile. Look at liaison offices springing up in strategic countries, very important countries. Now, do you all remember when all the propaganda, hey, Simon Ekpa, he scammed them. He fake a building. Look at the picture, it's fake. This is fake. All those stories, they said. And as they are saying the stories, you are seeing everything. The realities, you see it. The people have been, they have been defeated left, right, and center. And the funny thing is that when they are defeated, they don't even come back to say, we are sorry. They won't come back. They will still go and formulate another lies. So you that is still contemplating, for how long will you still sit on the fence and continue to contemplate? Right now, some of the people that have been, dilly-dallying, drawing back, you see them looking for a way to come in. Now, the truth is that if you don't come in now, the room may be so jam-packed that by the time everything is set,
you now be telling yourself, hey, if I had known that time, I for join them, I for join. But the truth is that by the time Biafra becomes a complete physical reality, because right now you are seeing all the structures, Biafra Republic Government in exile, all the departments, everything is working, the building planning, all the police department, the head department, everything is springing up. The liaison offices in Baltimore, in South Korea, in South Africa, all the countries, Australia, Canada, liaison offices, Spain, springing up left, right, and center. By the time everything now set, is it that time you will now be asking yourself, let me join? People that understand what is going on, they are keen in. The earlier you join, the better. But there's one good thing that we know, that we heard from Mazen Namdekan, which he told us. He said, whether you join or not, Biafra must come. So that is, it will only favor you more to join now. Belong now. It's not as if we are begging you, but it's for your own good. Because everything is clear. Picture is too clear. It's too clear now. Do you still see our prime minister every day coming to do broadcasts? This is no longer the time of broadcast. It is now a government. Media team is doing the work. The prime minister is answering to presidents, other prime ministers that are in the same category with him. They are not the ones communicating with him. So it's not a time whereby the prime minister will come and say, I will do this exposition. No, it's no longer exposition time. It is reality time. We no longer talk about struggle. We no longer talk about protest. We are talking about liberation movement proper. So you don't need to wait. So when they are using the money that they are supposed to use to, make things happen for Biafra, they are investing it in printing flyers to obstruct the movement. That's why you will know that these people, they are complete losers. Total complete losers. So the earlier you put in your weight into what is happening, the better for you. Because the freedom you are fighting is your own freedom. You are not going to get that freedom from me. You are getting it for yourself. So do it now for your own good. Thank you, comrade. I yield my mic.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I love that very statement you used, that the room is filled up, it's almost jam-packed. For those of you that are sitting on the fence, I say the train is on the motion already. For you to come in, you must run very fast and jump through the window. If you succeed, lucky for you. If you don't succeed, you have given yourself a choice. And for those of us who are inside, hold your seat tight. I could remember when our prime minister said that if you fall out at this time, you will regret your life while you fall out. Our prime minister made that statement, but people didn't understand. When some people were going some direction, he said, if you fall out from this very struggle at this stage, you will regret you did. And I bet you, a time will come, all these chances you are seeing, all these opportunities you are seeing, you will see, you will be struggling. You're struggling to have a tag of Biafra on your chest, and you won't have it. Those of you that has the opportunity to be in the aim of affairs today, those of you that have opportunity to join the Biafra Republic in exile as early as possible, hold your seat very tight. If you lose it, you will regret your life while you lost it. And if you have not been able to join, you must run as fast as you can. Now, the train is already in motion. It is no longer waiting in the station. We have waited in the station for very long. We are now on the move. You must run as fast as you can to jump anywhere. And if you leave your seat, you that is inside, you leave your seat, you lose it forever. You can't get it anymore. Mazen Namdekan made that statement. He said, once you fall out forever. If you are inside, hold your seat very tight. In saying that, I have to come back to my beloved sister, the mother in our midst, to speak to Biafrans and let Biafrans know the effect of sacrifice. Before gold became what it is and admired, gold passed through fire. Our mothers, they passed through hell to bring us into this earth. They are not going to say because of the pain of labor that they will not have issues again. In Biafra, there are some Biafran women that have up to 7 children, 8, 9. It's not because it was easy. It was a very difficult stage. To have a child alone, to have one alone, you know the pain the women passed through. If you are not there, if you're not married yet, you must have watched it in videos. They're everywhere. You see the pain the women pass through for them to bring you and I into this planet Earth. And when they passed through those pain, they didn't stop at one person. They still gave you a sister, a brother, even upon the pain. Before gold and diamond became what they are, they passed through fire. I want our mother in our midst to speak to Biafrans and let them know that whatever they are going through today, what's it? There is light at the end of the tunnel. Please, my beloved sister Biafra, speak to Biafrans on that very aspect.
Thank you very much, Mazi Chuks. My people, I am here today for the first time. Not just because I hadn't the opportunity of being with them since all these days. It's a very wonderful feeling that I am with them. And sadly enough, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is where he is, and he's not supposed to be there. That is the advent of sit at home to start with. We are sitting at home because of him. I wish I could speak to in Igbo so that most of you will understand. But
Go
Biafra
ahead,
is not just, yeah,
something.
Biafra is not just Igbos. Some of us speak in English so that others will understand and the world will know how we feel.
Yeah.
We were the children during the war. And that war started in 1966 gradually till it metamorphosed into what it was. Sometimes Nigerians, as you know them, they lie a lot. They said it was Ojukwu who declared the war. It was Yakubu Gowon. We were there for 3 whole years. No school, no hospitals. No, in fact, we walked from my hometown to Umahia on foot from Enugu State. So you people can imagine what it feels. For 3 days, we were walking, and you cannot stop. So why I'm mentioning that is just to encourage our people, because I noticed that whenever it is Monday, you people sit at home. Like I said before, it is an evidence to show that you people are tired of being in Nigeria. But you need encouragement, and that is what we are here to do. We have to encourage ourselves. As kids, we were watching soldiers, people dying, children littered on the road. Nobody. My mom picked 2. I won't mention their names, but we grew with those children during the war. So it will never be, it has never been easy for anyone to gain their freedom from a terrible state like Zoo, where we find ourselves. Zoo is not a very honest country. To start with, the time the amalgamation took place, they said after 100 years, which expired in year 2014, that anyone who don't want to be there can go, but they don't want us to go. So we should be asking ourselves, why do they not want us to go? We are special people. We have what they want. Think about it. If it has to be reversed, that the oil in the southeast is deposited in the north, would they have ever wanted us to come close? And the answer is no, because they have gold deposit in Zamfara, but they made it a state issue. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not start Biafra by mistake. It is by the design of God. And we are following his trail through Simon. Now that Simon is here, Simon needs your cooperation. He needs your understanding. He needs your ears so that when he speaks, you will listen. Do not mind all these fly-by-night politicians. They do not have your interest at heart. The former governor of Anambra State, where is he now? The one that left before Soludo. He's now in the US enjoying the money that he looted. These are the kind of thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa are fighting against. Because sometimes some people don't understand. I still have some doubting Thomas's friends who will keep asking, oh, what do Simon stand to gain? What does Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mean? You will understand what he means when you leave the zoo. But I don't blame some of you because they are intimidating you people with gun and bullet in military uniform. You people were there when the Omoteku was launched. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in year 2020, when he launched ESN, said that he waited, but they could not do it. And he did it single-handedly, because it is good to remind you people of one of the values that is attached to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. One of the values. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not there to make money. He has no car. He doesn't have private jet. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu doesn't have mansions. If you look at his father's compound now, you will see that he's not, you know, sorry.
Well, I think we have an interruption. Go on, my sister.
Sorry, an interruption.
It's okay.
Yeah, Mazi, in fact, he resents everything that people. Kanu represents everything that the whole entire Biafra wants. We should support anything that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu advocates for. We should support Simon Ekpa. Simon is directing us and leading us in accordance with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legacies. Please, my people, remain strong. It is not easy. We are feeling your pain. We know it is not easy. I personally know that it's not easy, because what we went through during the war, it wasn't easy at all. As a child, I saw women delivering on the road, and the women around there gathered around her. It will not happen to any one of you today, but we saw all this as kids. This is why I am here today to encourage you people to stand strong. Biafra is a great nation, but they don't want it to come. A great nation. It will be greater than this Dubai that everybody goes to. And if this is the price that we have to pay, I think it is well worth it. Thank you so much. And I want you people to please stop listening to the saboteurs. They are paid. They are all paid. To me, they are all the nobodies wanting to be somebody. Thank you, my host.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. You have spoken very well. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that very wonderful submission. And fellow Biafrans that are watching, any place you are watching us from, I want you to prepare to call in. Prepare to send in your call and make a contribution. Today is a special day that we have. A day that we have chosen. Biafrans have chosen. Some of you made that mistake of thinking that it's a day of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alone, or maybe Mazi Simon Ekpa imposing a day. Mazi Simon Ekpa is not imposing any day to anybody. This is a day that Biafrans have chosen. And Mazi Simon Ekpa was just a figurehead to announce it as our spokesperson.
He announced that day that we have chosen, a day that we have chosen to make sure that the world hears our voice. And as in that day that we want them to hear our voice, we want every Biafra to prepare to call in. We are going to leave the room open. We're going to have an ample time for every Biafran to call in, make your contributions, ask those difficult questions that you cannot be able to answer. We have people here that can answer you. We have our mother that can answer you in a soft voice for you to make you understand. For some of you who think that we are being too harsh, we want you to pay good attention today. Prepare yourself to call in. You can call in through our brother 247. You can call through VAM. Send in your calls. This is the time. I can bet you that today some of them, they'll come and tell you that let us try this and try that and try this and try that. I can tell you that we have exhausted every single means we have to exhaust to make sure that this is settled amicably. Like those who are talking about political solution. It is so shameful to see somebody who claimed to be a follower of Mazen Nandekano still talking about political solution. It is so shameful, my beloved brother. It is so shameful to see people still remain on that very thing, something that Mazen Nandekano have told you, that you must not put your mind on that very section. Some of them say, let us try this means. That some of them will use the language and say, we have to exhaust every necessary means before we now begin to talk of an action. Which other means haven't we exhausted? Which one is remaining? I can tell you that even our eternal leader, Dim Odumegojuku, through his own time, exhausted all political means. It's on video. Where eternal leader said that I gave them a plain sheet. Anybody that knows the way that this problem will be solved democratically without shooting a gun. Our eternal leader gave them a plain sheet to bring a political solution so that we don't have the Biafran war, but they throw it to the trash. He made a move to take them all the way to Aburi in Ghana to make sure there was no war, but yet they brought war upon us. And you are still telling me to go through the direction of what you are telling me that we have exhausted every other means. Even our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekano, tried it on his own time. Did you remember? In 2015, when he was released, he had a meeting with the governors. And the governors, we are still talking about the very thing that Ojukwu talked many years ago. We were still talking about it. And Mazen Nandekano to go and get me restructuring. Get restructuring. Then the Biafran people will look at that restructuring and see what you have gotten. What did they do? Another political solution. Their own political solution is to bring Python dance. In that Python dance, we lost 28 able men, and many Biafrans lost their life in different places. And in that same process, our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano lost his two parents at the same time. And yet, here are you talking about political solution. Political solution to the zoo mean different thing. It means different thing. It doesn't mean the same thing it means to us. It means different thing to them. So when you see anybody talking about political solution, these are people who have sold out, trying to protect their own selfish interest. There's no reason why anybody today, anybody should be talking about political solution, because political solution means something different to this very zoo. It brings death. Our eternal leader, Dim Odumegojuku, practiced it. He tried it. It brought death. 5 million and more died and still dying to today. Our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano tried it. It brought death. And all of a sudden, you think in your own time you will try it. We will not go to that direction. And I thank Chukwu Okekame for whom Chukwu Okekame have given us. Our Prime Minister, Mazen Simon Ekpa. He said he has learned a great lesson for the people who came before him. He said it, and I believe him. He said he has learned a great lesson. And that is why today, he never loses any battle. Go and check. From the moment Mazen Nandekano was kidnapped up to date, he has never lost any battle. It is not because he is too strong, that's Mazen Simon Ekpa. It is not because he's living in Finland. It is not because he has something special on him. It is because he is following order. He is listening. He is very sincere.
We have a caller from Japan.
Go on, my brother. Let the caller go.
All right, I'm going to put you on speaker. Hold on, let me set the speaker on. And all right, I'm going to put you on speaker now, caller. So you're on speaker now, okay? You have 2 minutes.
All right. Hello. Thank you, our warriors, the bomb front. Thank you, our sister, and everyone listening. You are all being wonderful, and the God of our ancestors, Chukwu Okekame, will continue to empower you all, empower us all. Because good
say?
I want to use this opportunity to inform Biafrans all over the world, most especially those residing in the country of Japan, far away in the east, where the sun rises from. I want to let them know, everyone in Japan, if you are a Biafran and you want freedom and you are sure you genuinely need freedom, we have what is called Biafran Republic Government in Exile now in Japan. Do well to connect, join us, reach out to us. Let's work together. Let's put heads together. Let's put the energy together to see that this dream comes true. Nobody can do it alone, but together we can do it, and we can do it. Japan is a giant in the east. We shouldn't be sleeping while other countries are waking up. People in Japan are sleeping. I am calling them to wake up. Rise up, every Biafran in Japan. We must support our Prime Minister. We must support Biafran Republic in Exile to move this liberation to where we want it to be, which is freedom of Biafra. Don't think it's anybody's personal business. It's everybody's business. Thank you. Thank you, everyone in the studio. Thank you, those listening from wherever they are listening. And may God bless us all as we move into Biafra.
Yeah. Mazi, can you hear me? Mazi, Harry, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mazugo, there's a number on the comment section. Can you pick it up and display it, please? That's the number he needs. Other people in Japan should contact the Japan IPOB family, the genuine family of IPOB in Japan. Mazugo, if you can see that number, if you can display it so that they will see it. So that's the number. So go ahead and use the last 1 minute and talk to them about the number and how they can get you.
Okay, the number you are seeing on the screen is +81 703 229.
The number is not correct then.
8994.
Yeah, hold on. The number is correct. That is the local number for those in Japan.
Yes.
Okay.
070. But when you are dialing from outside, you have to put +81.
Okay.
When you are calling from outside of Japan, so you add +81 70 3229 8994. But when you call from within Japan, you call 070 3229 8994.
Thank you.
This number is on WhatsApp. This number has Signal and Telegram. So whichever you feel comfortable with, reach out to us. Let's talk how we can come together. We must come together. It's a fact that must be done. Thank you, my dear people.
Yeah, there is something I want to add. Fellow Biafrans, those of you in Japan, you know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, one of the first places he visited was Japan. And Japan has a similarity with Biafra because, you know, the sun rises from the east. And in Japan, they don't have Ebendana Wishimala. They didn't allow them in Japan. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asked a question in one of his programs. Say, do you know the reason why Japan didn't allow them in their country? Go and find out. And they didn't come there. They cannot pollute Japan. Just the same principle that Japan applied, we are going to apply in Biafra land. Mind us, we're going to apply. So those of you in Japan, you need to support what we are doing. And we need to see your hand in the fundraisings for IPOB. You guys, you have the resources. You need to support. The way, in fact, what America is doing, you should even do more from Japan. Please reach out to this family in Japan and support what we are doing. Thank you very much, Mazi Henry, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, caller. We appreciate you. That is why we are here. So, Biafrans, prepare yourself and call in from all directions and make your contributions. And while we are waiting for the calls to come in,
Mazi, do you have another caller? Because I have a caller from the zoo.
Go on.
Okay, he said it's not a Zoom, and I'll put you in the speaker. I'll put you on speaker. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Biafra. Because I cannot call Umuchukwu Kikayama and Biafra government in Azar. choose and Ada Biafra and Mazi Pastor Vam. Thank you people. I'm like an honor now about pollution because now I never more Biafra is ideology. I want a question Mazi issues about the last na Mazi Pebehano and how is confused. I want to confuse you that this CJ all because of Ego Harry in our confused. Mazi Simon is our peer. If you remember what our leader said 2020 or said that I need 100 men to restore Biafra. And the Mazi Simon our PM is one of the 100 men to restore Biafra. And our leader said that where Biafra must come. So you're not going to move now. Don't worry, confused. I am not the confused. Man, I am going to the federal government. I am not the confused. The man who go coordinator will take over the position of coordinator. I am not the confused. The man who go volunteers will take over the commander. I am not the confused. The man of the Obia use only against Biafrans. We in Biafra homeland here will remain resolute focus, and we must get Biafra, and Biafra must come. We support you people in diaspora, and we support our PM Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of Biafra government in Nigeria. We here in Holland we remain resolute. We are not afraid of our enemy. It's only our enemy is afraid of us. I have an answer to the confused. A man on ya and then I go on ya and maybe Nanik Apiana Biafran as also, and on ya and maybe IPOB as also because IPOB will lose and legations. I have another hello numerous and legations of IPOB. More than Opiana and Weaver. And we are confused. I am not the confused. Yadia US, Yadia or Yadia US. Yemen not really confused. We remember the route. Support you people. Go sir, I'll have Biafra.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. And before the next caller come in, I want to remind Biafran that's a very important question that our Prime Minister have answered. And let us do our due diligence as the media people. For those of them who are trying to bribe our Prime Minister have given them a prize. Maybe they were not very attentive to what the price. And I want to read the price for bribing our Prime Minister. So that if you know you are equal to the tax, go ahead. He has put a price. And let me read the price. Number one, our Prime Minister say, if you want to buy him over the zoo government, as they have all the resources to buy, he have demanded 3 military jets. That is number one. Number two, 50 armored tanks. That is number two. Number three, 1,000 GMPG. Number four, 50 anti-aircraft. These are the price to get down the dragon. If you are equal to the task, please, can you kindly provide it as quick as possible? We know that the zoo is equal to the task.
Money for hand, back for grand.
Thank you, my brother.
Cash and carry.
My brother Ugo, while we are waiting for the calls to come in, my brother Ugo, please, can you advise them to be very fast with this?
Wait, Mazi, I think our Minister for Information is here, and yes, he is here.
Okay. Minister for Information, please, we welcome you. We acknowledge your presence. Kindly take up the mic. Go ahead.
I salute BIAFRANS once again. I salute my ministers all in the house, those that are here and those that will be joining. You know, say that price where when I read, the thing they sweet me for below. Like Vam talk, I'm say money for hand, back for ground.
Cash and carry. We know the same credit.
Okay, we know they negotiate. We know they negotiate. So now cash and carry. We give you sign paper, chicken, wakapas. You put your offering, and then we count them. It's good though.
And we know they do IOC. Now only our Prime Minister not going to negotiate.
Yes. Hey, honestly, our PM has made the job easy for them because they were on the verge of coming to Finland. And now he has just given them a very easy tax to carry out. And the tax is like this. Just sign the paper, give us the armor tankers, give us everything that we put here, do everything, then we sign the paper for you. We will not even talk about Biafra again. Give us these things that we have just made mention of. Tomorrow, you will not even, all these media personnel where they are now, all of them go enter house.
We disappear.
We go disappear. We don't say make you give us money or put money for our account. So
No, at all.
just follow up everything where our PM just list. So give us. You go see say from ESN, Biafran Liberation Army, can reach the last Biafran. Even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go tell you say I don't want to talk about Biafra again. Just give us those things where we enlist for you. Oh my God! And people may not understand that we have given them a very good choice. So those deal now the best deal ever. Give us some ammo tankers. Mazi choose survival. I beg, read them again, make a hear. Read them again, make a hear.
3 military jets, 50 armor tanks, 1,000 GMG, 50 anti-aircraft. Very simple.
Thank you, Wachineke. Thank you, Wachineke. Whoever you give this kind of gift will be well satisfied. Why? Because the armor tankers will help him to secure himself from the enemies.
Only 50.
Only 50. Oh. Hey, the money they spent to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I think it was even more than this or less.
Of course.
So what we are asking is not too much. It's something that is very simple. A very simple task that you don't even need to go and consult big people in the United Nations or outside Nigeria or inside Nigeria or in Aso Rock or in ECOWAS office. 3 military jets. It's a small thing now. 50 armor tank. That's a small thing now. 1,000 GMPG. It's a small thing. 50 anti-aircraft. It's a small thing. All these things are just minor things. And we will sell the freedom of Biafra to all of you. You people will take over. Biafra will not mimic again. Biafra will not even carry flag again. You will not even see Ada Biafra face again, mention anything Biafra. You will not see 247 talk anything about Biafra again. You will not see Akbarawa post anything about Biafra again. Van will not double cross anything and point and say Biafra. True Survivor will not waste his time again to say anything in Biafra. Just this minor issue. When we say we just tell you now just test we just test now. When they stop us since say when I want make we stop this Biafra because we don't use them they cause havoc for now here. Now we don't give on just small issue now. Say okay, 3 military jets, 50 armor tanks, 1,000 GMPG, 50 anti-aircraft. Then we will consider stopping. It's just a minor demand. The money we don't pump give Fulani terrorists every day to massacre women and children in Plateau, Benue, Borno, Katsina, Kano, Kaduna. There is nothing of that money compared to this thing here. This thing where we tell on ourselves now just not chicken change, not chewing gum. Today we saw a president in Kano protesting. I wonder what they were protesting. Is it that they massacre people or they want the person in government to be changed or what? Because their own, they protest upside down. They know road. Now confuse people. Our own be say when we know where we go. So today's sit at home was a remarkable one. We applaud Biafrans and we thank Biafrans for all they do. And we say they should keep the fire burning. But one thing, wake up, make me shout, hello, Mero. Because flyers were printed and posted everywhere. And they went to churches, they went to market, they went to schools, they were doing evangelism of no sit at home, stop sit at home. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, stop sit at home. They were at the bus station, they were everywhere. But above all these flyers that they had done so much of publicity, they still sat at home. after they finished making noise on the media everywhere, they still sat at home. So this one big aloe mero. Waiting be name. Hopeless of them say, they don't know how we could stay outside country. They say only one thing, sit at home, and then everybody will obey. We don't even use weapons and guns because he is the one using the weapons and guns to create the propaganda. And he ends up saying people are afraid of coming out because they are fearful of dying. They are fearful of dying because you are the one killing them. You can see when sit at home is going on that people even drive on bike to go for homeland reportage. They cover the event, and you don't see anybody shooting them down. They drive from point A to point B to video the sit at home and give updates. Nobody shoot them, nobody kill them. The day one Nigeria errand boys were doing protests over sit at home, and sit at home, and sit at home. Did you see anybody kill them? Did you see anybody shoot at them? No, nobody shot at them. They entered the streets, they did their charade, and then they went back home safe and sound. But the day you now saw the youth of Biafra protest against Mba, that was the day Mba ordered their foot soldiers to open fire on our brothers and sisters. So as you open fire and you prepare to open another fire, remember that Biafra land is not governable for you again, and it's not safe and sound for you again, because now we have activated internal conflict, which we have to deal with every enemies of Biafra who have been massacring the children, the women, and the papas and mamas of Biafra land. Your days have come, and we are no more shouting, we are no more lamenting, but what we are doing is we are showing you bomber to bomber now. We are in liberation mode, and this time we know the look face. That is why the small demand where our PM don't give on now is to tell you that it is in the mood of liberation. So if someone has started the generator and the generator is accelerating, then you tend to stop the generator. The best thing for you to do is to reconsider and then ask, because the accelerating speed has gone so high. So what do I do to be able to stop it? You have come to checkmate and ask questions, and we have given you the solution of stopping the generator, who is in motion and cannot just be stopped anyhow. So if you want us to stop the generator, give us 3 more military jets, 50 armored tanks, 1,000 GMPG, 50 anti-craft, so that our ESN will not find it very hard to do the work. Even as you do not give them all these things, they have been working and giving you bomber to bomber. So please, you guys should try to meet up these demands. And it is very easy that you don't even need to waste your time to come to Finland again. Just stay there in Nigeria, sign the deal with us, tell us this is where we pick them up. We will go and pick them up, and then we will end Biafra. Above all, Biafrans, we thank you so much, and we want you to continue. Kudos to our ESN and BLA who are killing the enemies of Biafra, who are coming to kill our women and children. We will continue to kill you for as far as you continue to come to kill our women and children. We no longer lament, we no longer cry, we no longer call on international community, we no longer look for helpers. What we do is that we use our brain to decide on how to defend Biafra land. And that we have started and we will continue to do till Biafra is restored. We have been provoked from 66 to 70 to this very day. We've seen from the other part of one Nigeria where they say, our people have remained unprovoked while they are massacring their women, raping them, cutting them to pieces. But the Biafran people have already been provoked, and they have been provoked enough to the point of not lamenting anymore. What we do now is, as we do, it is show. Support ESN. The next fundraising is coming up on Saturday. You need not wait until when we have a launch out fundraising. Visit the website at your disposal. There are many websites now which you can make donations. The Biafran Gov website, IPOB in USA, New Dimension, and also the GoFundMe link that has been set up. We have PayPal, we have Cash App, we have cryptocurrency, we have Zelle. Whichever one that you need and you don't find, call over to the media team. We will connect you to the finance department, and then your money will get down. We collect every dime that you bring now because it is very, very important. From here, we say, Biafrans, GCK for what you have done today, for shaming the enemies of Biafra, and for making the errand boys in Biafra land to go back in shame to give a very bad report to the Oga in Abuja. So, we there were my anchor. I did here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, our minister. Thank you so much. The voice you are hearing is the voice you always all know. Every one of us know that voice, the voice of our Minister of Information and Communication. He had just spoken to us to give us more strength and energy to march on and move on. And I bet you that everywhere you are, you have to stand strong. Please, we have said you can send in your calls. Call in through our beloved comrade Van through 247. Call in. We have 30 minutes more thereabout for us to spend here. This is the time. We want to exhaust this very time for Biafran people. Call in and make your points. Call in and say whatever you want to say. Make your contributions. Even if you don't agree with us, if you have a contrary opinion, as long as you can be able to defend what you are saying, call in. You must not always agree with us. You can disagree with us. Call in. Don't just be either on the comment section or just be talking to yourself or be pushing out information that you're not sure about. Anything that you're confused about, call in and your question will be answered. And while we are waiting for the call, I'm going to call on my beloved brother 247 to speak on one of the unsolvable mathematics, the new one that have been introduced, the unsolvable mathematics, which is the self-referendum that is coming up in Finland. Some of them are going gaga and crazy about that. I have seen in videos where people are crying. Some of them are saying, why do you have to pay this money? Why do you have to pay? We are talking about a government, a country. And you think that paying $150 to register is too much. People go to convention for $5,000, $10,000 convention. Conventions that you go, some of them is just a gossip. People go to attend party, ordinary party, they attend a party for $500, $1,000 and more. And somebody, we are talking about a country, a nation, self-referendum convention that is going to be held in Finland. You have seen the image of the place we are going to use. You have seen the details and the security of that very place. And yet, some people are crying. And I'm not surprised because those people are crying. They are those who are seeing the unsolvable mathematics. The more you look, the less you understand. The more you think you can bring the Biafra Republic government down, we introduce a new one. If you have become too busy with it at home, we give you a new one. I want my beloved brother 247 to educate Biafra more on that self.
There's a caller. Do you want to take the call before 247 or after 247?
Okay, take the call. The call first. After they call, then brother 247 now coming.
Right. Please, can you switch off the one you are listening with? If I hear our voice, I'm going to switch it off, please. Switch that one off. So that I'll put you on speaker. Yeah. I'm going to put him on speaker now. Yeah. All right, go ahead now. You're on speaker.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of Biafra.
Please, you have 2 minutes, please. Only 2 minutes, I beg you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm here to give my suggestion is this. I know Nnamdi Kanu being our man is a human being as we are, but I believe waiting the time for them to release him is a way of setting our problem back. Our problem is to let's move ahead and get it to Biafra. The moment we move ahead, the moment they are going to release him, but the moment we keep on begging them, they will never release him. They just withheld him in order to make it weak and be looking a way of bringing him out. So the best is for we to move ahead and see if there is a way we can break in and achieve this Biafra as early as possible. That's my statement. Because if we keep on looking at waiting for Nnamdi for them to release him, they will never release him. And this is the tactics they used in withholding him so that we can be weak, not to do anything. So that is my suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
But I want to ask you a question.
Tell him make he never come out.
Make I first ask him.
Come out.
No, it's still there. Don't go anywhere. But since you have been following our prime minister, does he look like anybody that have match break since? Did we ever match break?
Pardon?
And your match you go break. He came with so IPOB with man Simon Ekpa. Have we ever slowed down in any way?
Not at all.
So what are you talking about? Wait, my minister, I want to talk to you again. One of the minister. Maz, you go, please.
Mazi, thank you for your wonderful contribution and suggestion. But I would like to know,
if you listen carefully,
you are not hearing me. You're supposed to hear me. Are you in Biafra land?
Are you in Biafra land?
Yes, now.
Okay.
You are in Biafra land. Where okay, in your area, are you observing the sit at home?
No, do my brother and we here.
Are you observing the sit at home? Who is this person calling me on video? Are you okay?
I'm observing, yes.
Okay. Do you follow our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa? Are you following him?
Because this sit at home, the only remedy, and when it follow these people. I release Namde. Oh, no, the only weapon I'm going to
I beg you, leave him since you know they hear us. Leave him, make him.
Let me tell him. Please go back and listen to our minister. Minister will go. He will respond to your question. Thank you. Mazugo, please go ahead.
And I think somebody else want to call. Is on the call, no?
Somebody else is on the call, but please go ahead. I can't. Let's answer this one. Or you want to take another call?
If somebody is there, you take call. Okay. We will always have the time to let them come and tell us what they want to tell us.
Caller, I am putting you on speaker. You have 2 minutes. Please go ahead. You have 2 minutes. Make sure you switch off the one you are listening to. Please switch it off. The one you are hearing us from. You have 2 minutes. Go ahead now.
So, I am following Simon from day one, and he never make any mistake. We always be on the track. You understand me? Those who do not want us should go. Let us not waste our energy for all those vagabonds who do not know where they are going. I lost 9 people doing the work. It's now I will come and listen to them. So Simon is only who should follow. We are following them. If they do not want, let them make a referendum. Let us know those who be big or those who is small. Let them make referendum. So what they are doing now is just to draw us back. Don't listen to them. We have a lot of things to talk about, something to think about. It's not them. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyway, our brother that is in the zoo, in the homeland, telling us we are not doing enough. Well, let me not waste my time on you. But I don't think you are really one of us. If you are one of us and you are asking us to do something, I don't know what you are asking me to do or you are asking our Prime Minister to do. I don't know what you want us to do again to show you that we are doing something. If by now what you have seen so far is nothing to you, you are not part of us. I must be sincere. If everything you have seen, all the bullets people are collecting, both machete cords here and there, atomic bombs. Simon Ekpa is there in the front collecting woto from the enemy. And you come here, all you can tell us is that would you do something? I don't know what, maybe you should lead, then we'll follow you. Lead us, we will follow you. As long our leader Mazen Nandekano said, Biafrans are wise. Once you are truthful, they will follow you. You don't need to preach too much. Just be sincere and truthful. Biafrans will follow you. So, coming on to this Finland convention, let's listen to this before we move.
We warmly invite you to our 2023 Biafra Self-Referendum Convention. This is first ever Biafra Self-Referendum Convention to take place in Helsinki, Finland. Dates: 20th and the 21st of October 2023. Venue: Mesukeskus, Helsinki. Time: 9 a.m. Helsinki, 11 p.m. Ebubia, Biafra Land. Whole day event. Special speakers: Prime Minister Ekpa Simon Njurko, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, and many more.
Okay. Self-referendum convention in Finland. You have heard our Prime Minister explain and explain and explain. It's quite unfortunate that these criminals will always go there to deceive people, and anybody they will deceive is just like the person that is saying do something. If you are not satisfied with what you get from your parents, I'll tell you the truth. You will never be satisfied with what any other person will give you. Your mama and papa, that Christmas cloth where they buy for you, even if in a coat of many colors, you not appreciate them. Even if they go use purple, I've been waiting so cloth for you, you no go like them. I must tell you the truth. Our Prime Minister is the reason why me and you are still talking, asking, saying anything Biafra. He is the reason why we are here, and that is the same reason why we still have Mazen Nandekano being remembered today. This self-referendum, like our Prime Minister said, is not, this self-referendum convention is not referendum, is not self-referendum. Like our Prime Minister have explained, is not self-referendum, is a convention. It's like going to study, it's like going to learn. It's like going to a place where things will be explained to you. The importance of the referendum, the importance of the importance of referendum itself. You will know what it means to have a referendum. You will know what it means to be separated from the people like where you come from. So, where people will willingly commit suicide instead of being person you called a Nigeria. It's just a place you're going to get the knowledge of what it means to be a free man for all your life, for all your generations. So when you hear fools talk from the sides of the or from their boom, don't listen to them. Anything our Prime Minister did not tell you, it is not true. If he have come out to explain to us many times, not once, not twice, not three, that this is not a referendum, we are not going to hold or conduct our referendum from Finland. Finland is not Biafra land. Our referendum, like he have told us, will be conducted in Biafra land, online, and then maybe any other how, but not in Finland. This is a conference. As you they go, this is a convention. As you they get end of the year convention in your church, you go there, go sleep. Now so they go this one. Now I want you to know that Biafra has become our religion, has become our tradition, has become our way of life. Without freedom, you have nothing. Without freedom, you can't do anything. For those of you that are in diaspora, I want you to be sincere to yourself. If you would wish to remain the way you are, or if you would want or desire to be or to have your land, your own papa land, go, transformed like where you are living today. Instead of you, a graduate, leaving your father's house all the way to Europe to become a cleaner that you will not even find a job, to become a loader, you pack cartons in the company. After you have spent 7 years in school, strike, oh no follow, strike, oh no follow. Girls, after lecturers has molested you, abused you, insulted you, 7 years, you still take the risk. Go desert, go enter water, you land for Europe, you go they do prostitute. Is that what you want for yourself? Those in homeland self, their own self, you know they trouble me, but the one way they trouble me now, our people in diaspora that have suffered to get themselves here. You are not here because you are here. You are not here in Europe, in America, in Canada because it's your choice. No, it's the choice of Nigeria for you. Imagine a medical. How many medical doctors have you seen from Britain coming to base in Nigeria? You don't listen. How many lawyers have you seen coming to base in Nigeria? How many inventors have you seen coming to base in Nigeria? How many people have you seen from diaspora coming to own airport, seaport? Why biggest companies in your land? But go to Europe, go to America, go to UK, you see airport, best airport being owned by a Nigerian. You think it's by choice? Even if they are living well, they were frustrated into living well. You know, they hear that thing where they say they go pursue you until you fall into the hands of the best, until you fall in the good hands. That is what is happening to some people. Frustration is only the reason why you leave your papa house, go there, enter. You think say somebody carry better eye, enter desert, no food, no water. Some people go die dry like a stockfish. We have presented life like God said to Moses, this day present to them life and death, let them choose. It is up to us. What we want, we get.
We warmly invite you to our 2023 Biafra Self-Referendum Convention. This is first ever Biafra Self-Referendum Convention to take place in Helsinki, Finland. Dates, 20th and the 21st of October 2023. Venue, Mesukeskus, Helsinki. Time, 9 a.m. Helsinki, 11 p.m. Ebubia, Biafra Land. Whole day event, special speakers, Prime Minister Ekpa Simon Njurko, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, and many more.
So my brother, I surrender here.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. You have done a very wonderful job, and I believe that Biafrans are paying attention and listening. Please, Biafrans, you have to call in. We have few minutes to spend here. Call in. This is the time. It's a day that we interact with each other. It's a day that we encourage each other. As we are encouraging you, you can equally encourage us. So call in. Call in and send down your word of encouragement. You can equally send a message to our Prime Minister. Whatever you send to him through here, he's going to hear and hear you clear. Some of you are looking for a means to reach out to Prime Minister. Don't wait until when you call him directly. Any message you send through us here, we get to the Prime Minister. Call in and make your word known. Your question, send it in. If we cannot answer the question, the Prime Minister is there to answer. Send in your questions. Call in as much as you can. Don't be silent. We have few minutes to spend. Today, we have devoted much time on that call. So please call in from anywhere you know you are. Call in and let us continue to prepare ourselves for what is going on. And I want our beloved sister and mother in our midst to please talk on this issue of our convention. You see, some of them have failed to understand that we are talking about a nation. This is not a family meeting. It's not a friend union. It's not your market union. We are talking about a country. A convention is going to be held about a country, about our referendum convention. And some of them think
we have a caller from the zoo. Can we take that?
Okay, take it.
All right. Please, I'm going to put you on speaker now. Go ahead. You have 2 minutes, please. You have 2 minutes. You're online.
You see this guy we call us. Men are forgive him. Because not everybody they like to watch our minister. Someone I want you to go no. Okay, if you name it, not gonna far. Not go for our minister, not go far. IPOP. Mona Abujeba, half of them, more than half of them. Over head 1 million. Simon, almost half of the almost the 1 million. Same now, don't forget sometimes we're gonna win. Now what? Don't forget we're gonna win. I had to go far. I want to go Biafra. I want to go Biafra. I like our leader. You say he gave one. Simon. Continue. I can follow it. Then go and conference target or convention. Do not against that. Same people that against our Africa. Because everyone has supposed to be this criminal who are nonsense. Last quarter, many people there at the court, many people, one person with information like that, Benjamin would talk about point. We could no young and Sabotu and when this is wrong. So my brother not because you name me, I support you. In fact, almost 100%. But you can get my bless. Only you don't need any someone but I record you got go soon. Can support the one this is someone but without someone you would have to know why. You didn't name I will get zero. But you can get my bless you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for that very question. It was a wonderful one, a nice one. Please call in from anywhere you are calling in. But while you are calling in, our sister will take up the mic and talk to BIAFRANS. Some of them are asking, why do we have to pay money for this convention? Why do we have to register? Why do we have to pass the process to go to this very convention? Please, my beloved sister, talk to them and tell them about the importance of this convention and that paying money to attend the convention is the normal thing to do. It is not a crime. I want you to educate them, those who are asking such questions and who are having doubt and getting trouble in their heart. Why must we pass through the process we are passing through to go to that convention? Please speak to BIAFRANS.
Thank you once more, my host, Mr. Chooks. My dear BIAFRANS, in fact, whatever is happening now, we have to sit down and watch. We should not always be in a hurry, because when you are in a hurry and you have something at hand, you might make a mistake. You know, some of us who live in diaspora, we watch the way they do things in their country. We want to pick the best ones, the ones that look good to us, and follow that pattern. It's always good for someone to know what they want, define it, analyze it before you reach a conclusion. If you people watch since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started Biafra agitation, from my own recollection, he started in year 2013. And because Mazi surrounded himself with people whom he felt that he trusted or that he could trust, but we are later found out to be dragging him 10 steps backwards whenever he makes one step forward. But now that Simon is here, who whoever say that Simon is not trying or has not tried is deceiving himself. I will not castigate anybody. I will not abuse anybody, because whatever you say, we need it. If you want to applaud the team, we thank you. Even if you want to abuse us, it will all be useful. But it's always good to watch and remain calm, because anybody who is always in a rush, we are not going to do like the zoo. Biafra is here to take you people with slow and steady motion. That slow and steady means we have to do things sequentially and in system. We don't want to be castigating the zoo, and you always want us to act like the zoo. We have to take it, steady and slow wins the race. The rate at which Simon is going, like I said before, if anyone denies that Simon's pace is not the kind of pace that anybody will applaud him for, I will know that the person is very deceptive. They are not telling themselves the truth. Like I said, the people will live in their country. When they want to do anything, they will make a definition of it. We know what conference means. We know what referendum means. This very conference that is going to take place in Finland is simply for you people to have an opportunity to air your views, say your mind, and make a contribution. Secondly, you cannot go there on foot. Whichever country you are going to travel from, you have to pay for the flight. During this period, I don't think it is too much. If you cannot go, just stay wherever you are and watch. You see, for us to keep fighting each other every time is like people who are going to war, who do not know what they are going for. You have to always watch and be calm. I noticed one thing that is spoiling things for most of we Africans. We are never wanting to slow down and think of what we are going to do. We always want it hot, 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 quick, 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 and you make a lot of mistakes. Please, my people, remain calm and resolute in whatever you are doing. Define what you want, how you want it, how you are going to do it. We want a system. We don't want to be all over the place, here and there. No. This conference and referendum conference is just a way for people to come together, rub your minds together. You know, there is one book that says that great minds don't think alike. This other great mind will have a different idea, another great mind, but when you bring them together, it will form a very strong opinion and you work on it. There is no how you can know what is going on if there is no conference held and people are invited. And you people know that right from time, even during the war, Finland had always been there for Biafrans. So I heard someone said, oh, why is it not held in America? No. Simon has spread the wing and let it flow, my people. Please, let us learn how to abide by rules, comply with regulations, follow someone. It doesn't have to be an elderly man or a man with gray hair that will rule you people or lead you people. No. Let us listen to Simon and follow him. From the trend, since he took over this struggle, Have you people not seen any improvement? That is the question you have to ask yourself. So before we make any contribution, let us please reason well before you speak so that you don't discourage others who are willing to move ahead. Thank you so much, my host, Mr. Chooks.
Thank you. There's a caller. There's a caller on the line, please. Let me put him on the speaker. He's a very ardent follower of the media team. Let me put him on the line. He's calling from Germany. I want to put you on speaker. Dede. You are on speaker now. Please go ahead. Please, you have 2 minutes.
Okay. All right. Good evening, BIAFRANS, my fellow BIAFRANS. God bless you, all of you. Please, I want to talk about the second to the last caller that Marco responded. That person, we are watching and we hear him very well. But I believe Marco did not hear him very well. He's one of us. And he said that he's observing sit at home and everything is going very fine. And the Prime Minister has not break any place at all. He's going forward. So we understand what he said. That is only what I want to address. He's one of us. He didn't mean any harm. He straightforward and he admits that everything is going according to.
That's fine. That's fine.
So he only saying maybe he wants more. He sit at home to be added more. That is what we understand.
You need more. You need more solid action, Abi. You need more.
Exactly.
Tell him. Help us. Tell him that we need him. We need him in the media department. Let him come and add more fire to the department.
Let me talk about convention. The people don't understand what is convention. I work in a very big company. We make convention every year. And as one of the most richest companies on this earth, we pay, we workers, we pay, everybody pay for convention. Nobody is going to pay it for you. So even this one is very cheap. People understand. It's only example to us. Who try to convince people? You understand? What is the example to us? Who try to convince people that they are going their way? People know that convention is what everybody has to sponsor himself or herself to be there. So all of us, we are going to this convention in Finland. It's necessary, and that is how it's supposed to be. Normally, it's supposed to cost up to 500 euros, but they make it more cheaper for the people. So forget about the people who are talking about the money. These people are the criminals from US. So they pretend that they don't know what is going on. They know that it's the right thing to do. Because they don't want Biafra to come. But we will show them that we are more than them. This is what I want to comment. I want to tell Biafra that convention is everybody has to sponsor himself. And that is how it's supposed to be. We are seeing it here in Germany. We pay for it. When I come and one of the richest companies where I work, we pay for ourselves. Nobody will pay for you. So, and this is a freedom something that is more important than whatever in life. Because this is for the future of our children, not even for ourselves. So if somebody brings 500 euro or 200 euro to pay for himself, what he will eat, what he will drink. You understand? To do better things for the future of his children and grandchildren. So forget about those people who are talking rubbish. They are not one of us. Those people are saboteurs. So BIAFRANS, please prepare yourself for the convention. God will do it for us. And it's going to be progress. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you, Dede. Thank you. All right, sorry.
Massachusetts, let me quickly chip in something. You see, this our convention coming up in Finland, some of us are saying the money shouldn't have been there. The money shouldn't have been there. I know it is not easy to make the money. It is difficult to make money But I want you to know, most people that are saying this, they are not saying it because even if you make it free, pay ticket fee for them, they will not go to Finland.
Absolutely. I agree with
All
you.
these people you see lamenting, make it open show. Buy ticket, only carry your bag, enter plane, land there, do everything, go back. No sponsorship. They will never go. How much do you spend in cigarettes a month? Those that smoke. Because I come to find out that in Europe here, cigarette cost more. I was asking why. They said cigarette cost very, very high. I said, why? Because that is, but people smoke, people drink, people go to club every weekend, even every day of their night. They spend money in African bar, in African shops, in African corner, money market. They will be there drinking, popping champagne, popping Moet. How much is one bottle of Moet? You go to club, you how much you they use right number for that girl for club? Come for your freedom now. You don't the back sense for a cycle. Listen, even if you make it free, anybody you see complaining now will still not come. So it's not because they are just looking for an excuse to discourage those that are willing to attend. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. Please, as we are heading on, I think we're going to take the last caller. Anybody that calls now should be the last caller on the calling section. The lucky person should call in and take that very position before we end the broadcast. And I want you to have a take home in this very discussion today. If there is nothing you will take home from this very gathering today, I want you to take home. There is one word that our mother used today, Ada Biafra. That is one word that she used. Define what you want. You must define what you want. And you see, that is the reason why I love our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. And I'm ready to put myself online for him. Because from the very first time he joined this very struggle, he defined what he wants. Remember, he has said it, that he will not fight for this freedom for more than 5 years without result. He said it. When he joined, he said, I will not fight for more than 5 years without result. And he also set a target for himself. In that target, he said 2023. And he did not just say it and sit back. From everything that you're seeing today, different things are being unveiled in a speed. And I bet you, I have no doubt that Biafra will be a reality in 2023. Let the gossipers continue. Let the blackmailers continue. But you, that is the legitimate Biafra, I want you, define what you want. Have a target. Already, collectively, we have to anchor our target to that target of our Prime Minister. That target he has, we have to support him and follow the Biafra Republic Government in Exile to meet up to that target. And after saying this, I will invite our minister in the house. Minister, I want you to please elaborate more on this convention and also talk to Biafrans about our head office that's going to be inaugurated very soon in the USA. I remember in that very headquarters in USA, you saw some people who has made that place their pilgrimage before. They were going to take a video telling us how fake and how original it is. But all of a sudden today, they have disappeared completely. We can't see them anymore. They have disappeared. I hope that the day that very place we inaugurated, they'll be there. You saw them when they were going there to knock at the door. They say, we knocked at the door. Nobody opened the door. They say that the house is only on the top, not on the ground. They say that it's not existing at all. But finally, it will be inaugurated very soon. And I think our minister is out. Maybe when he comes back, he's going to talk on that very issue. So my fellow Biafrans, define what you want. I want you to please kindly define what you want. Hold that one as a take home from this very broadcast today. My minister, if you are there, please, I hope you have heard what I said. If you can be able to enlighten us more on the convention and also on the inauguration of our headquarters in the USA. Please go on, my minister.
I don't know if my voice is coming out clear because I'm hearing some cracks from here. Am I coming out clear?
Yeah, you're coming out, but not clear. It's a kind of noisy.
Okay, thank you much. All right. You know, there are times you need to ask some questions. Where are the accounting groups? Because the accountability groups, we're creating so much of awareness.
Mazi, we know they hear you. Mazi, sorry, we know they hear
Our
you.
voice is shaking. It's not clear.
Talk like say you carry water, you carry something from mouth.
Okay, well, let me refresh and come.
Okay.
Refresh and come back.
So before he comes back, please, BIAFRANS, we are waiting for the last caller. The lucky last caller, call in and give your word of encouragement, submission, or question. It is welcome. We have spent enough time today and we are rounding up. After this very minute, after our Prime Minister has spoken, after our Minister have just spoken now, we'll begin to round up on our closing remarks. So the lucky person should call in now and give your question, your advice. And as I always said, you must not agree with everything we say. If we have a contrary opinion, come in and make your opinion. It is all open. Just like the brother that called initially, who was talking about on what to do. You know, that is why we in the media are here. People, most of us who are in this Biafra struggle, and most of us Biafrans, we have different levels of understanding. Different levels of understanding, and more especially people in Biafra land, some of them are not getting the information the way it's supposed to be. Because if you are getting the information, there's no way you'll be telling me today that we should fight for the rest of Biafra. And I have said it to most of my brokers that you cannot separate the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra. There's no way you can separate them. These are one thing. You can't separate it. Go on, my minister.
Okay. Is it coming out clear now?
Yeah, better now.
Okay, thank you. Let me rush up before the system cracks because it's not the usual device. I salute you all once again, and it's high time we ask accountability groups where they are because they have to come and give account so that BIAFRANS will know something that have been so far because they did a very good work by publicizing the headquarters of the Biafran Republic government in exile. And awareness actually awakened the subconsciousness of some people that did not know what was going on. So it is high time they start warming up and because it is about time we launch that house which they used to do publicity for us. And anyone that does not know their way down to Baltimore headquarters or
Minister, your network is very bad, though. Can you refresh?
Very, very bad. We can't actually get him.
Your network is very, very bad.
Yeah, the network is not that okay. So while we wait for him to refresh and get back, we have to continue to wait for the caller, the last lucky caller, call in. And as I was saying before, you cannot separate the freedom of the Biafran people and the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Anybody that is fighting for the restoration of Biafra is the only person that is genuinely seeking for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There is no freedom you can give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu apart from Biafra. Take it to the bank. If you're one of those who is wishing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out and begin to be answerable to the zoo again, just like they did in 2015, they released him and they came behind him to kill him. Is that what you're waiting for him again? Is that what you are wishing for him again? The only people that are genuinely seeking for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are people who are focused on the restoration of Biafra. And I bet you, our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, has the only project he has today. The only project he has is to restore Biafra. And except you follow that direction, you are not serious to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I have said it from the day one. The freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not in the hand of the lawyers. It is not in the four walls of the court. It is not in the hand of the international communities. It is not in the hand of any politician. It is in your hand, in my hand. It is what we do that will free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the only genuine thing to give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu what he desired, which he himself said, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, if you know what to give to me, give me Biafra. That is why he made it open. Anything you know you can do to give me Biafra, go and do it. That is the only thing that can guarantee the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every other thing you are seeing out there is deception. Deception. More especially those who are telling you about political solution, which is death. What political solution means to these people is death. We have seen it happen in the time of our eternal leader, Dim Odumegwu, in the time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And today, you want our Prime Minister, Mazi Samuel to still go on the same direction that have failed. It is impossible. We will not go to that direction. You cannot separate these two things. They are one thing. They are one thing. The freedom of Biafra and the restoration of Biafra and the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is one thing. You can't separate two of them. And that is where we are focused on that restoration. Focus on that restoration because that is the only thing that we guarantee that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be free and only be answerable to the Biafran people. So my fellow brethren that are watching, if there's no call coming in, we are now going to start our rounding up. We're going to start our submission on rounding up. And I would like, first of all, our beloved sister Ada Biafra to give a closing remark as we are going back to come back by Friday again and continue to fire on and also fire on our different platforms. Please, our beloved mother and sister Ada Biafra, give your closing remark.
Thank you once again. I thank my Biafran people in general, both those in diaspora and those at home. My only encouragement to you today is one thing. During Nigeria Biafra war, we were very little kids and we were like tortoise in a hole, wanting someone to lift us up. And my two elder sisters, I was listening to them and they were saying, when will this war end? When will this war end? I know that some of you will be asking yourself, when are we going to get this Biafra? But if that war had ended in 1970, just be assured that this very situation we are all in now will end one day. Do not give up. Do not give up. I also know that those of us in the South, especially Southeast, we are all Christians. If you are a good Christian, look at the children of Israelites. After 400 years in Egypt, God still sent Moses and Joshua to liberate them. And the way they were liberated, as they were on their way towards the Red Sea, Moses said to them, do not bother yourself, because God wants to show you people how he works. This Egypt you are seeing today, you will see it no more. And I believe that that will be the case in Biafra situation. This situation you are seeing today, you will see it no more. Thank you, Mr. Chooks.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. And our Honorable Pastor Vam, the Deputy Minister. As the minister is not here, the Deputy Minister, you're going to answer that very question because you are in the corridors of power. Speak to Biafran people about this very inauguration of our head office in United States that's going to come up. You see the Nzama people and the what do they call it, the accountability, we are busy covering video there to make it look as if we don't know what we are doing. Some of them push different kinds of lies. They took that place as a pilgrimage. They go there, even up to the extent of stealing our flag. And finally today, they have disappeared. And I hope they will come on that video of inauguration. Please speak about that as you make your roundup and closing remark at the same time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mazi Chuk, survivor, and fellow Biafrans. You can see that the government that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu talks about, the government has taken shape. And the inaugural ceremony of our head office in Baltimore is something that is very, very remarkable. Something that will, linger in the history of this particular movement, that from nothing, we have become something very, very important and very powerful. A little here, a little there, and now we have a gigantic government that is shaking the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom. And that office in Baltimore, it is a sign for you to know that everything about this movement is genuine and real. We are not into fake fabrications or lies. Because if we are fake or fabricated, maybe at one point we would have heard that, that office that we couldn't make it again, this and that. No, all their propaganda, every effort, they knew that thing was real, but they were making effort to see if the owners of the property that gave us the property would eventually say, these people that gave this property, they are troublemakers. Let us cancel the contract. But everything they did, it all went into abyss. They failed in every effort they made. And now the office will be inaugurated. And before the inauguration, you have seen liaison offices here and there. And so it is something that BIAFRANS should give glory to Chukwokika Biama for, and see and acknowledge that you are not fighting a lost battle. It's a battle that you already know that you have won, even before the first shot. Like I always tell people, we have read the last chapter of the book, we won. And BIAFRANS, you must be assured that this battle is already a won battle for us. Thank you, my comrade. And here I'll drop my mic. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, our Deputy Minister. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And we come to the table of 247, one of the media guru that we have. He doesn't just answer 247 in his platform. He is 247 online. Call him and you get on him. Please, my beloved brother, give us your closing remark as we round up.
Thank you, my brother. Well, dear friends, as a dear na Noro, we cannot speak enough to buy your conscience. We cannot, there is nothing we can prove to you that you don't know already. But one thing I must say is that we know that freedom is the master key to everything in this life. Freedom. If you are not free, no matter the level of your education, no matter the level of the power in finance, you will never have peace. Freedom is peace. Freedom is like the saying of Jesus Christ in the Bible. He said that a man traveleth and findeth a treasure in a piece of land. And he went back and sold everything he had just to buy that little piece of land because he found a treasure in that land. Freedom is worth more than that treasure. If there's anything, anywhere, anyhow you want to invest in freedom. That's why we hear the word today. They say freedom of speech, freedom of dialect, freedom of religion, freedom of church, freedom of school, freedom of marriage, freedom of choice. Freedom is the key to everything in this life. If you don't have freedom, you got nothing. So we must pursue this freedom and get it at all costs. At all costs. If there is anything blocking your way, push that thing out of your way and go for this freedom. This freedom is what we need now. If you can look at the revolution going on in African countries today, you will understand what we are saying. If Niger can rise up to tell you that you cannot steal what belongs to us to develop your country, why my people die in hunger? and you see people, both old and young, standing to tell the world that we are the Nigerians and we are ready to defend our land. If you must bring France back to our land, be ready to kill all of us. That is the spirit of freedom. They want to be free. Are you ready to be free? The answer is yours. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. Thank you so much. You have done perfectly well. I appreciate all my comrades that we are able to attend today, and those who have been having some network problem, and those who are not be able to attend in one way or the other. I pray that Chukwu Okekabiama will guide and protect you. I appreciate every Biafran that have been able to join us on this very platform today to be with us up to the end of this very broadcast. I want you to remember that you must always focus on the collective interest of the Biafran people. That collective interest we have is freedom. This is one thing that connects every one of us. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter your tribe. It doesn't matter your location. It doesn't matter the person you say you are following or you're not following. Even including these politicians and the saboteurs, they all need freedom. Every one of us should focus on that common ground. That thing that unites us is freedom. The collective interest of the 70 million people and more. That is where we should focus. And I pray that every one of us will continue to look to that direction until we become free. May Chukwu Okekabiama continue to guide and protect every Biafran across the world, more especially the Biafrans in Biafran land. May Chukwu Okekabiama guide and protect everyone that is genuinely seeking for freedom. It doesn't matter your tribe, your religion, your location. As long as you are genuinely seeking for freedom, you will find freedom in your lifetime. May Chukwu Okekabiama guide and protect our ESN, the Biafra Liberation Army, the BNL. May Chukwu come guide and protect every member of the cabinet of Biafra Republic Government in Exile. May Chukwu come guide and protect all our members of Umuada, our defense minister. May Chukwu come guide and protect her. May Chukwu come guide and protect our prime minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. We commit him in the hand of Chukwu Okekabiama for divine protection. For divine protection. In his going out and his coming in, may Chukwu Okekabiama unleash legions of angels to guide him wherever he goes. He will never dash his foot against a stone. He will never dash his foot against a stone. Every hole they have dug for him, they will fall into it. We pray and ask Chukwu Okekabiama to continue to guide and protect him, secure him. And we also present our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wherever he is at this moment. We pray that Chukwu Okekabiama will grant him divine health. Divine health. Divine health. Every poison they have injected in him, may Chukwu Okekabiama send doctors spiritually to continue to minister to him. Wherever our supreme leader is at this moment, we ask for revelations. Divine revelation. He needs this now more than ever because no information is getting to him. They are not telling him enough information of what is going on. But I believe that Chukwu Okekabiama can give him divine revelation that will keep him strong and make him wax stronger than ever. We pray that Chukwu Okekabiama will continue to be with him and guide and protect him. No weapon formed or fashioned against the Biafran people shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, will prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Sunda Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will prosper. I thank you, fellow Biafrans, for joining us. We will meet you again on Friday, same time. Stay blessed, and we'll see you next time. Remain blessed.
We warmly invite you to our 2023 Biafra Self-Referendum Convention. This is first ever Biafra Self-Referendum Convention to take place in Helsinki, Finland. Dates: 20th and the 21st of October 2023. Venue: Mesukeskus, Helsinki. Time: 9 a.m. Helsinki, 11 p.m. Ebubia, Biafra Land. Whole day event. Special speakers: Prime Minister Ekpa Simon Njurko, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, and many more.